Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Thurston, the Bachelorette star, was diagnosed with breast cancer earlier this year. In a surprising error, she was informed her cancer was in stage 3, only to discover that it was stage 4 and had spread to her liver. She is currently taking oral meds instead of chemotherapy. An alternative to standard chemotherapy may sound appealing, but the side effects are very comparable. Thurston recently talked about dealing with cancer symptoms and treatment side effects. In addition to oral medication, the Bachelorette star receives a monthly hormone blocker injection. The injections are critical in keeping the cancer from spreading. However, the injections come at a high cost: medical menopause. Thurston's doctors advised her that becoming pregnant would endanger her life. She literally cannot do anything now, even if she wanted to. Following multiple failed reality TV relationships, she married comedian Jeff Arcuri in March, shortly after receiving a shocking cancer diagnosis. Thurston has admitted that she is undecided about having children. However, as she fell in love with her now husband, she was considering starting a family with him. Thurston can still do so through surrogacy, but she must face the disappointing reality of what cancer has taken away from her. The Bachelorette star started an Instagram channel called The Booby Broadcast, where she can update fans on her illness battle and seek advice from breast cancer survivors. Thurston mentioned in her most recent post that she began using Effexor at the advice of her followers. The medication is classified as an antidepressant but is also used to treat hot flashes. Thurston is considering taking drastic measures to stop the hot flashes. But she might not need to. She provided an update on how the first dose of Effexor went. She mentioned that the drug caused her nausea. She explained that she had to take Zofran in the middle of the night to alleviate her nausea. She also consumed a ginger chew. The Effexor didn't work well the first day, but she's not giving up. She stated that she would power through for a little longer as she tested the new medication. According to studies, menopause and hot flashes can persist anywhere from 7 to 11 years. Hot flashes and other symptoms can linger long after menopause has ended. Finding a strategy to manage hot flashes is critical for increasing quality of life during this important transition in the body. Thurston never imagined that her most personal battle would begin just as the cameras stopped rolling. After a whirlwind year in the public eye, transitioning from a fan-favorite contestant on The Bachelor to the bold and unapologetic lead of The Bachelorette, Katie had become known for her no-nonsense attitude, biting humor, and willingness to speak uncomfortable truths. But no season of reality TV had prepared her for what came next: a cancer diagnosis that would change her life, and her future, forever. It began with fatigue. Not the kind you brush off with a cup of coffee, but the sort that made it hard for Katie to get out of bed some mornings. Then came the pain. A deep, aching discomfort in her chest that she initially attributed to stress or anxiety. After all, she had just married Jeff Arcuri, a rising star in the stand-up comedy world. Their wedding, held quietly in March at a family home in Oregon, was intimate and heartfelt, happening mere weeks after Katie had received news that made the word honeymoon feel irrelevant. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. At first, doctors believed it was stage 3. It was devastating news, but still within the realm of treatable with the right protocol. Katie cried. She grieved. She raged in private. But she also clung to hope, believing in modern medicine and her own resilience. She and Jeff had only just begun their lives together, and now, they were staring down a future dictated by blood tests, scans, and surgical consultations. Then, the second blow came: an error. A reassessment of her test results revealed the unthinkable: her cancer wasn't stage 3. It had progressed further, spreading to her liver. It was stage 4. Terminal. There were no words, no Instagram posts, no clever jokes or statements. Only silence. Katie and Jeff locked themselves away from the world for nearly a week after the news. Katie had once been told that vulnerability was her greatest asset, now it felt like a liability. Her body had betrayed her, and the timeline of her life had been rewritten in ink she couldn't erase. Yet, even in the midst of chaos, Katie made a decision. If she couldn't control her diagnosis, she would control her story. And so, the Booby broadcast was born. Her new Instagram channel wasn't about self-pity. It wasn't about likes or viral sympathy. It was a lifeline. A place for truth. A space where she could connect with other women, with fellow survivors, with people who understood that the word survivor doesn't always mean cured, sometimes it just means still here. Katie revealed to her followers that she was undergoing oral treatment instead of traditional chemotherapy. While many might think oral meds were gentler, she explained that the side effects were equally punishing. Nausea. Exhaustion. Mood swings. Her once vibrant energy, the kind fans had seen as she threw herself into dates and drama on The Bachelorette, was now rationed carefully. Even trips to the grocery store became calculated decisions. Every month, Katie received a hormone blocker injection, a shot that would help keep the cancer from spreading further. It also induced medical menopause. That phrase sounded clinical, almost sterile. But in reality, it meant constant hot flashes, insomnia, night sweats, and mood disruptions. More than that, it meant confronting the finality of a future she could no longer choose. Pregnancy was now a dangerous impossibility. Her doctors were clear: carrying a child could accelerate the cancer's growth, endangering both her and the baby. For Katie, it wasn't just the loss of biological motherhood, it was the loss of a possibility. Something she hadn't even realized she wanted until it was gone. Jeff had been her rock. The man she married just days after her diagnosis didn't sign up for this battle, but he never flinched. He held her hair back when she was sick. He recorded her hormone shot appointments so she could educate her followers. He joked, tenderly, when the mood in the room became too heavy to bear. But Katie worried about him constantly. Would he regret this? Would he one day feel robbed of a life they could have had? Still, he always assured her with the same line: "I married you, not your timeline." The question of children lingered between them. Before the diagnosis, it had been a distant conversation. Katie had openly wondered if she was cut out for motherhood. But something had shifted when she fell in love with Jeff. She could see it: movie nights, scraped knees, tiny handprints on the fridge. They'd even joked about naming a baby after a punchline from one of Jeff's sets. Now, the laughter felt a little sadder. Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and do not miss any update.